I am testifying in support of Bill 1720 and H 2591, an act to build restorative family and community connection. I want to thank this committee for allowing us to speak and be heard. There is a need here, a need specifically at Shirley Medium amongst all other institutions, because this connection that we're pushing for is being severed. This because of due to this visitation policy that exists today. For example, in my specific experiences, one visit a weekend has caused me to have to pick between who is coming to see me, either my wife or my mother, my daughter, or I gotta pick between these individuals, between my family to figure out who's gonna come see me on the weekend. Countless times, my mother I have seen her upset in the visiting room due to staff misconduct, the way they speak to her, and so forth. She lost her husband. I couldn't console her. My daughter, she's deterred from coming up here because the lack of me being able to embrace her like I used to when she was younger. Now she's an adult. The other day, the officer said our foot couldn't touch. Me and my wife's feet couldn't touch. And I asked him to check the rules, and he told me that that rule doesn't even exist. He thought it did, but it doesn't exist. So they're enforcing rules that don't exist here. Now the visiting room is made for it to be a liminal space, a transitional space to reflect the natural world as much as possible. And today it is my obligation as a facilitator to the Black program to bear witness to some of the testimonies that I hear, such as one man was visited by his wife and children who were denied entry. His wife was suffering from cancer. She died a few days later. A young man's father is denied as a visitor because of his criminal record from 21 years ago. A man's children are denied entry because his mother forgot the letter of acceptance authorizing her to bring them in. Meanwhile, the children's mother, who wasn't cleared at the time, was there to verify that authorization. So with that being said, I invite you committee members to come to Shirley so that we can build and speak about what the solutions are to bettering our visiting policy. We have been working on surveys and testimonies, and we are preparing a report for you. So I very much appreciate you guys can attend that.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee?
If I may, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Real quick, sir.
Yep.
K2 is a big problem in the prisons. We've heard some of the inmates talk about it before you. I was a former police officer for 40 years. Now I serve here, and I'm concerned about what you're talking about. You should be allowed to visit with your family. But I know one of the issues is trying to keep drugs out of the prison so you don't become addicted and all the problems that can happen with drugs getting in the prison. And part of it is through visits. Have you talked about a way to solve that problem?
Yes, we do discuss that at our Black program. And we know that a lot of the contraband that enters the facility comes in through the staff. A lot of it does. And it's not necessarily the visiting room. And many of us that I speak to hold the visiting room high. Excuse me. Yep. They hold it high with self-esteem. It's a prize. It's an incentive. And that's what we continuously must use it as an incentive for individuals to do right. People are getting D reports, and it could be a basic little D report, and they're taking away their phone and their visits. They're disconnecting their families. And it's proven that when you have the visitation, it gives you an optimistic point of view. When you're incarcerated, you lack that. You stress, you away from your family, and that's the only thing you have to help you move forward is the connection with your family, and we have to protect that. And I'm willing to work with you and whoever else I need to work with to preserve that and to create a better world for us in here, and especially for our families, because that's who it really affects. Me and my daughter's relationship has been hurt detrimentally because of the way the visit is ran here. I've been in Shirley Medium since 2009, and you know, thankfully I have a wife that comes every week, regardless of the circumstances, and she gives me the support that I need to better myself, and that's what I have been doing. So, Peace, I thank you for your question. If you have any more questions.
Thank you, sir.